Hey, what's cracking everybody? Welcome back to Computer Games Hardware. Today on the channel, I want to talk about Zen 6 and everything we know about the desktop parts so far. And it's been a minute that I've been in front of the camera with you guys, so it's good to be back with you. We've done some streams and stuff like that, but I haven't been, beaming right down the barrel of the camera to talk to you guys. So, welcome back everyone. This is basically going to be about the desktop parts, the stuff that we kind of like and we would buy. So, this one's for you guys. I know the rumor mill is going nuts, so I'm just going to sort of weigh in and try to get in and put my 2 cents in. So let's get stuck into it. All right. First off, let's kick off with the code names, because there are a lot of them floating around and they've been used interchangeably, and it's a little bit confusing. So straight up the bat, Zen 6 has been codenamed Morpheus. So whenever you hear Morpheus in news articles and things like that, they're talking about Zen 6 and everything that encompasses it. Then right underneath that, we have Medusa, which is the desktop variant, which is what we really look at on this channel. This is desktop Ryzen, X3D, stuff like that. Next up, jumping up a little bit, we have Monarch. So that's going to be your like Threadripper variants and all that sort of stuff. So those real high-end density Zen 6C, you might see them called. That's going to be the Threadripper series of CPUs. And then finally, we have Venice, which will be the Epic servers of the Zen 6. So that rounds out the code names for the mainline stack that we'll be getting under Zen 6. So pretty exciting. So that's what we're talking about. For this video, we're going to be talking about Medusa. Usually they sort of have a theme, but I can't seem to pick the thread here. Morpheus, Venice, Medusa, they all seem to be different things. So I'm not sure what AMD are trying to do there, but they're the code names for them. We also have one more. So we've also heard, leaks and rumors about Magnus, which will be the APUs that are going to be found in laptops, consoles, and handhelds as well. But that's sort of in leak and rumor territory. So we're going to leave that alone for this video and just focus on the desktop variants, and we'll save that for another video altogether. So stick around for Computer Games Hardware. All right, now that we've got that out of the way, let's get stuck into the hardware. So we're mainly talking about Medusa, which is going to be the Ryzen variant, and these bad boys are going to be on TSMC's 3nm process. The higher density one, Zen 6C, which is the Monarch variant, they're going to be on the 2nm process. So we're really getting right down there in this generation of CPUs. They also reckon these things will employ the advanced 2D chip on wafer on substrate technology, which is known as CoWoS. So this is absolutely crazy. So it's going to be like stacked chiplets with multiple layers of 3D cache as well. It's going to be absolutely nuts, like siliconeception. And I'm really looking forward to learning more about it. So if you want to learn a little bit more about it, go to TSMC's website. They have a really awesome timeline on how the technology developed and all the different companies and the technologies that they use to contribute to it to get it to where it is today. It's absolutely amazing. And just so you guys know that, Ryzen's Infinity Fabric, X3D, and all that stuff, well, that's all based on TSMC's own technology, 3D Fabric, which is basically the silicone stacking technology that they're developing. So, that's where they've taken the names and stuff from. It's really cool and it's really interesting if you want to learn more. I'll chuck some links in the description for you guys to check out, because it's really cool stuff. All right, so here's the really impressive part. Standard Zen 6 will have up to 12 cores per CCD with up to 48 megabytes of cache. Guys, that'll mean that the high-end parts with dual CCDs will have 24 cores with up to 48 threads, and that'll be like 96 megabytes of level 3 cache. Pretty impressive. So when you think about the top end 3D cache model, that will be like up to, I think it's like 288 megabytes of L3 cache. So finally, Ryzen are providing us with what we've been asking for quite some time. You guys might remember in my Zen 5 videos that I was calling for this with the launch of Zen 5. So it's really good to see that they're doing this now. I think it's about the right time for them to really be stepping up the core count, because we've been on 16 cores for quite some time now. Oh, and by the way, Zen 6 is going to have a dual integrated memory controller, but it's still going to be on Zen 5, obviously. So that means it's going to have one controller per DIMM. So it will mean that there is more bandwidth and less latency, but we're not getting like a quad channel, which would be capable on a new platform, I would say. So some good and some bad. But I also guess that would mean that if you're rocking a X670 board right now, that you're gonna be out of luck. You're probably gonna have to upgrade your platform. And if I think about it, just as I'm thinking about it, it probably means that you're not gonna get even the optimal bandwidth and latency even on the X870 motherboards. So, and I bet you that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna say, hey guys, if you want that bandwidth and latency, have a look at these new X970E motherboards that retail for nothing less than $1,000. So that's probably going to be a little bit of an issue in our future, but performance gains will definitely be there with the dual integrated memory controller. So that is kind of cool. I still think it's a good idea that they do it. It just means that it's going to be like a AM4 Zen 3 situation with the motherboards where you could drop that, like the 3000 series, you could drop them in all those motherboards, but your performance might vary. So that's something that we will just have to suck up if we want wide AM5 compatibility, which I think is the right move, because going into Zen 6, I'm not sure there's going to be a Zen 7. It's going to be the next big AI thing, and we'll talk a little bit more about that later, because I got some reservations, baby. But the real question for me, which I haven't heard many people talk about, and it's why I wanted to talk to you guys about it, is this the end of the 6-core processor? Are we going to be living in a world where 8 cores is the budget gaming CPU? I think we may be looking at that. I can't imagine a world where you get a CCD with half the cores turned off. It wouldn't scale very well. So that might be a real issue. And I don't see the yields being so bad that AMD would have to do that. The yields would have to be catastrophic, right? So is 8 cores the new budget? Anyway, what do you guys think? Are you guys excited for Zen 6? Will you be upgrading your current AM5 platform? Let me know in the comments down below. Hey, just want to jump in here and say, if you're enjoying any of the content on Computer Games Hardware, please chuck us a like, share, and subscribe. Guys, watching the videos really helps me out. Hey, I just want to say a big thank you to everyone, because we reached another little milestone. Little by little, we have been smashing things out. So big thank you to everyone who's recently joined, and a huge thank you to all you OGs who have stuck around from the start. I truly do appreciate it. So thanks for watching, everybody. All right, let's get stuck into the performance real quick, because rumor has it that AMD is going to blaze past 6 gigahertz and go for that elusive 7 gigahertz benchmark.
Don't say it. Don't you say it.
Particularly because the rumors have the Medusa parts, which is the Ryzen parts, only having a like 10 to 15 IPC uplift. So you know, I'm a bit concerned that says to me that it's more of a, you know, it's not a big generation jump. It's just another iteration. So the Zen 4 to Zen 5 was supposed to be like a 20 to 25% jump. That ended up being around 16%, and everyone was pretty pissed about that. You know, so if they're saying that the clocks per cycle are going to be around 10%, I'm probably thinking in my mind it's going to be somewhere around 5%, but maybe they have a better overall performing packages, but we'll just have to wait and see. I can already see the hardware reviewers cracking the shits already, and you guys know me, I'm all about value here on computer games hardware. So let's knock this one out by talking about the price real quick. And here's the bad news, guys. I don't think we are going to see a single CPU in this generation below $500 US. That's like 900 Australian. It's not going to happen. Guys, I think we're absolutely screwed. You think about these X3D high-end 24-core models, they are going to be as expensive as GPUs. And this is going to be my hell, guys, and I'll be destined to complain about, you know, computer hardware prices until the end of days. I don't see this being a good value proposition, and it's just going to make PC gaming harder and harder and harder to get into. There might be some good value propositions for people who are already on the AM5 platform, but those people have already invested a ton of money into it and probably want to stretch it out a little bit. I know I do. Look, I went with the 9950X variant for that reason, because I couldn't justify the price of the X3D over the 9950X for my workload and gaming applications. Just couldn't do it because, you know, it was unjustifiable. So I think AMD are gonna run into this problem too, particularly if they're free to just let the prices float away if there's not that much competition by way of Intel. Intel have some stuff coming, but we'll make another video about that as well. Because you know what, guys, I can see where this is going. The era of desktop gaming on your, you know, at your PC is gonna go the way of the dodo. But you know what AMD are gonna do? They're gonna say, "Hey gamers, don't worry gamers, we've got you covered. Come over here, see our new APUs, have a look at our handhelds, look at the new consoles with our AMD's APUs and hardware that you can all enjoy for your gaming goodness. Everything is an AMD APU." I think that is the gaming future that AMD sort of have for everyone. And, you know, that's the way it's going to go. So I think me and desktop gaming are starting to show our age. So I don't know, guys. What do you guys think? Are we still going to be hardcore gaming on these multi-million-dollar desktop towers? Let me know in the comments down below. Anyway, that's going to do it for this one, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I've had a really good time making this one, and it's really good to be back in front of the camera talking to you guys. I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. See you next time.